name is Rachit. I have Good Page, and I have Mr. Ravish Pathak with me. We are here to talk and discuss on working environment in the companies. The most key factors of the company working environment is leadership. All right, let's start with the introduction. As leadership says, or leader says, it's essential components of maintaining the performance in the employees and working in the organization. Leadership or leaders, they are the bridge between the younger team and the higher management, like CEOs, board of directors. Leadership is the most propelling workforce and keeping up great heritage managers. Leadership is also very integral in maintaining the balance between organization and its employees and the social world outside as well. It is because the relation between employees and the leaders, the organization can depend on the productivity and the positivity of the different sectors of the market. Leaders, therefore, can be said that leaders are the managers, or the managers are the main pioneers of maintaining peaceful and productive and positive workplace in the company. There are some key factors of leadership that I'm going to talk about. Leadership or the leaders are the main person of setting an example. If leader is doing something very good, his team has to follow it. A leader is coming on time and is very disciplined in his work. Everything is done on time before due dates. Its employees or its team will follow his leader. The leader is accountable of making every employee be a comfortable team. If employee is going through any problems or any due dates or anything like that, a team and the managers or the leaders should be comfortable enough to rectify it. And leader has to build that comfortable. Key factors, some more. Third is coaching. A leader should be coached as well because he's the one who set examples in the team. If a leader is making good changes and good decisions in the team, a team is going to do good work and positive work in the company. The fourth part is aptitude abilities. If a leader is and his ability to work multitasking and do some more work, he's the main one to take the responsibility of that. A leader should be taking more responsibility and his team should be accompanying him to achieving the targets. The third one will be upgrading the technology. If there is no new technology coming in the market and coming in the organization, leadership should be going through. Leader is the person who is going to implement that technology in the main team, and they're going to have to implement with them. Some more parts will be leaders are the critical and job descriptions. Leaders are the one who's going to give more jobs to the good person or the more experienced person. If a job is of planning, a planning manager should be having that job, not any part of the production team. He should be giving the job as a part of job descriptions. The third is rewards and appraisals and punishments. A leader is a person who's giving rewards and appraisal. He is the responsibility of giving rewards and appraisals according to employees' performance, how they work in the team, and how his work affected the team performance. Then next is positive attitude. Leaders' positive attitude always brings the more productivity in the team and in the organization. Next part is to maintain the positive team dynamic. Leader is the main efficient force of the organization. An effective leader and the team leader is also responsible in going to debates, making himself part of the team meetings and everything, so that the team's work be achieved or the goals be achieved, being all of them on the same page. Next is leadership styles. I have Mr. Rupesh with me. He's going to talk about leadership styles. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning. So I'm going to discuss about leadership style. The leadership style is the way a person utilizes power to control and lead his fellow employees. It has seen that the leadership style is anticipated on the role of leadership on his respective employees and the situation. It throws the leadership style that the particular employee in an organization are motivated. There are 5 different types of leadership style here. The first one is autocratic. In the autocratic leadership style, the leader has a power to employ the decision on the employees, and all members have to follow and act upon those type of decisions to achieve the goal. So then the next part is democratic leadership. In this type of leadership, the leader has leader focus on the employees, what they want to do, or what things they need to be changed, and according to these things, the leader make a decision for them, and all employees follow also those decisions as well. This type of leadership help to motivate the employees and help to meet our type of organizational goals to achieve success in the company. The next part is laissez-faire. In this type of leadership, the leader believe on their employees, and they as well as they cannot receive continued feedback from his employees. The fourth part is transactional leadership. Under this leadership, the leader focuses on all employees, and he think about the employees who is doing well or who needs to be changed their attitude towards the work, and they also give the rewards the good employees, and also they focus on the employees who is weak in the team. So this way, like, this is the best way to achieve the success in a company goal. The fifth part is transformational leadership. In this leadership, the leader has a big goal to achieve in the company, and they have a high level of communication between manager and the employees are seen in this type of leadership to achieve respective goal of leadership. The next part is leadership theory. The leadership theory has 4 parts: that theory, power or influence, contingency, and behavior. These parts will be discussed by Mr. Ravish Patel.
Good morning, everyone. So, as Gurveej has discussed, that there are 4 different kind of leadership theories: trait theory, influence and power, contingency, and behavior. Now, starting with the trait one. So, this leadership is basically this trait theory. This leadership is basically based on the characteristics of individual or the leaders, that what kind of personality they are having, what kind of way of working they're having. And the main advantages of these theories is that it provides a detailed information of understanding or the information about the leaders or the leadership procedures. And the trait theories of leadership has points in that ambition and energy. Ambition and energy means if a leader is really ambitious and energetic, then obviously that leader is having desire to lead. He can take his team or company to the next level, so they can make a company more productive, they can get more good results. And another one is honesty and integrity. Honesty and integrity is one of the main nature of a person or a leader. So if leader is really honest, so he or she will be really self-confident, so he can boost up his team and he can boost up his fellow members, colleagues, so they can give their best to boost up the company's production. And third one is intelligence. Intelligence means having a knowledge having a job relevant knowledge. If in an organization, if there is a problem, company is facing or crew members are facing any problem, so they will come to their leader or manager. They will ask their manager or leader to solve their problem. Then the way the leader or manager solve the problem of their employees or colleagues, so that's called intelligence, how he solved the problem of his employees. Now moving to the second one, behavioral theory. By adopting this leadership theory, the leaders can provide reward system or punishment for their workers and employees for the different behavior and course of action towards the work. If in a company, if any employee do anything wrong, it depends on the leader, that leader's behavior, that how he punish that employee. Maybe he can sack, or maybe he can rusticate that employee for maybe a couple of weeks or whatever. And if on other hand, if that employee do really something good, and how he reward that person, maybe company can upgrade his position from a lower level to maybe supervisor or whatever. So it depends on the work. And the third one is contingency theory. This theory is overall state that the efficiency of a leadership or a leader, that how efficient and how much production or how much work the leader is giving to the company. But it depends on the circumstances as well. If in a company, if leader is really capable, but he's having much more pressure of work on himself or herself, so obviously they will not be able to give the best result. It depends on the situation. Sometimes they will try to give the level best, but sometimes not. It depends on the problem as well and the situation as well. And these are the leadership effectiveness in the contingency theory, that graph, and this Fedler's contingency model. So that plays a really important part in leadership. And there's before moving to conclusion, the last one is power and influence. That leader, how he uses his power in a negative or positive way, and how he influence how much influence he is having on his employees or colleagues. If he's a really good leader, and obviously he's having a really good influence on his leader, and the employees or other team members will love to follow his manager or leader. They will try to follow his footsteps and to attain best, and they will always try to give their best. And now moving towards our conclusion, and it has been determined that leaders are playing key role in every organization. There is no organization in this world which can run without leaders. In every organization, we need leaders. And while working as the leaders of the organization, they have to keep in mind of employees' capability. Leaders, that's true. A leader has to keep in his mind or her mind that capability of an employee. If he's giving a really hard job to a less capable person, obviously that person not going to give him the best results. So that's a really big drawback. So leader need to give a really good job to the capable people, and the leaders thought to be committed to groups as well as vision, and leaders should internalize mission of group. So the leader should need to be really visionary, so he can set goals, so the other crew members can follow up him and give the best results. Leaders have to maintain flow of information within departments. He has to go beyond his capacity, and in order to encourage others. And leaders should, if leaders get any good information, so he need to flow that information among all the team members, so they should get also aware about the new thing. So whatever is going in the company or all the departments, and he has to go beyond his capacity. It means he need to put his all hard work to attain the best results in order to encourage others as well. So I think that's the end of the presentation. That's all from our side. Thank you, everyone.